A little bit of a weekend bonus ball. I wasn't expecting to record this either, but I was looking at the comments on our little community, of which I'm ever so proud. I know it's only 55, but I still believe that it kind of matters. And I know Steve and Nigel wrote a lovely comment, and I do forgive me, there was a comment from a female viewer, Leah possibly, saying stick with it, it'll grow. And just one thing after another, I just thought I'd quickly jump on, get the camera out and just make a quick vlog today, Saturday. I've been working at home. I'll be working at home for most of the day. I've finally got round to answering the comments on yesterday's MacBook Neo video, because I took a couple of hours out last night to go and see a friend who I hadn't seen someone I knew through work actually, and we follow one another on Instagram. Hadn't seen him in ages, so it was nice to catch up with him. But it meant I didn't get around to finishing off the comments. So I've done that this morning and done a little general bits of admin and sorted out the newsletter for tomorrow as well. And then it was just in my mind, I thought, it's interesting. Something I think has come to my mind. It was another comment I read from somebody on our community here saying things seem better, you seem happier. And I know when I started this vlog, it was because things were desperately worrying. And it's not to say that things I'm completely out of the woods yet, but things certainly are feeling a little bit easier. And I'll be exactly like you. There's going to be ups and downs in all of our lives. And the only difference is that I've got access to a camera and the time to kind of sit and make these vlogs. But it's interesting now. I realise it's a record of emotions, the ups, the downs, the lows, the good, the bads, when things happen, when things go wrong. I get it now, and I get why vlogs can be so important. I think it's very real, and I think people come into your life, and Steve, you saying it's one of your favourite parts of the day, and that really touched me. These little 5-10 minute videos that I make, often talking about nothing in particular, but the fact it's something that you look forward to. I've been like that. There are certain podcasts or certain things, you know, whenever Pete posts a video, it's like, yeah, Pete's put one up or Matty's put one up, and I'm really into it, and I really buy into that. And I'll come back to Pete's video from last night in just a moment, but it was something that Nigel was alluding to in his comment, and it was this lack of perfection thing that I've conditioned myself to let go of slightly. There's definitely a feeling now people are enjoying my shooting in London. You know, I tried to bring this to the channel last year when I was travelling around the UK. And to be honest, there's no need to really travel around the UK. I've got everything sitting here on my doorstep an hour away in London. And people are enjoying that. People are enjoying me talking about the great tech still, but actually out, away from the studio. I don't know if studio videos have kind of had their time almost. I'm guessing Marquez is still making videos from his studio, but I think they're just almost too bland. Canupsi's another one I enjoy watching, and he's always going around Canada and Toronto, and it's just, they're quirky. And there was these handheld shots I was doing with the iPhone the other day, and yes, you could see there's a little bit of bump. They weren't completely smooth. I didn't have my slider with me to make perfect transitions, but it kind of added to the video, and it's taught me, I've become much more ease recording in London now. I don't get so anxious, well, not anxious, nervous about, or self-conscious about people looking at me when I'm recording. It's London, nearly everybody's doing it, and they just ignore you. Everyone's getting on with their own lives. It's a very easy place to record. And I think that I've already got in mind this week's video, which I think will be to do with the MacBook Neo and the 17E. And again, I'll go to London somewhere and shoot. And I think what made this week's video work, I mean, the sponsors were really happy with it, and also a lot of people are picking up on the display, which is lovely as well. But I think what made it was that every time I transitioned, I was in a different place, either standing up, sitting down, slightly side on, whatever, and that just made it feel fresh. It gave it something new to look at. And we're supposed to be getting some lovely weather on Tuesday and Wednesday in London this week, so I think I will head into town. One, maybe even 2 days. I might do a day's shooting and a day's video work, and I'll get the edit done. I tend to make notes of what I want to talk about so that I can tell the story, and then I just kind of let my natural narrative, my natural being in front of the camera come through. And I've got, and we're just heading into the summer months. I've got long days ahead of me when I can go and shoot, and I can just make the most of London in the summer and just be out all of the time. And it's comments from you here the fact that Nigel took time to tell about Swing Out Sister. I did play one of their tracks on my afternoon show, and in fact I've used it as a track on my Instagram picture today as well. And I've had another photo featured by Adobe, the one I took in Poplar this week at that tunnel. They featured that today. And I just felt, with Steve's comment saying it's one of his favourite, and I just thought, well, it doesn't take me that long to sit down and do this. Yes, I'm at home, but you've been to my home before. I'm going to try and put the LUTs on the MacBook Neo, because this is a super simple edit, and just see how that gets on. All I've got to do is download a couple of LUTs, and it should be good to go. And yeah, I just felt I wanted to. I had nothing particular to say to that. It's just this thing about letting perfection go for the trade-off of it being more real. And I've learned a lot from that. And I think perhaps where I've stumbled across something is, certainly I've become more relaxed. I know I've become more relaxed. I'm more chatty. And I know a couple of you mentioned, I started this because I wanted you to see more what I was like, not having to toe the line. And, you see me on good days and bad days. And I think I brought that to the channel now. And I think if I can just get away from the studio more, because that's like everybody else, right? And if I can just use the skills that I've got and enjoy being in London and enjoy showing off different areas of London, then I think everything comes together. I don't know. I had not a lot to say today. It's just I feel an energy that it's clear now that this vlog has been a journey, and it will continue to be. It's just been a journey of my feelings and emotions over this past month, when things seem really, really grim. And, now as things are seeming a little bit better, with a little bit more interest coming through, and just more energy. I think doing this has just helped me come out of myself. The fact that people are finding it and enjoying it is great. And I think some of this will transition over to the main channel as well. And it was as simple as that. I just wanted to say thank you, really. Thank you for letting me come into your life on a daily basis and bore you with what's going on with mine. Also, I'm going to buy a fountain pen. I think I mentioned that yesterday. I don't think I'll get out today. I could order it online, but I fancy buying it from a shop. I have made note. I've got a very terrible note. In fact, it's one of my daughter's old GCSE notebooks I found. That's how old it is. But I've been making some notes this morning about what I want to mention in this week's video. As I was answering comments, sort of some things were coming to mind, so I've just been making notes. And that's a great way to go about it, because then it's very relevant, it's on point, it's very real. And yeah, so it's just been okay. Well, I've still got to go and write. I'm going to start. Well, we'll write the story today for the week. Normally, what I've been doing recently, for some reason, on a Saturday, is writing the story, get it finished. That's just the first draft, and then over the next few days, I proofread it and begin adding photos to it and so on, and tidying it up. Yeah, this channel's been more important to me than I realised. So if you've been watching them, thank you. It's like an extended family without sounding too kitchen TV like. It's you seem to like me rambling on, and I love sitting here and just making a quick video. So anyway, I didn't have anything to say. Oh, the picture that's going up on Instagram today was from my horrible Monday. Remember when everything had to stop with my daughter AJ, and I was at Brompton Road picking up the MacBook Neo, and right next to Brompton Road is Knightsbridge Tube Station. So it went down there, and was these green handrails with a white, sort of almost Victorian-like, or the walls were just white tiles. If you've been on London Underground, you'll know the kind of thing I mean. And it just really struck me. It had these leading lines of these green handrails, and it's on there that I used the Swing Out Sister track. That's because it actually was Where Do I Go From Here, or Where Do I Go? And it obviously was quite a fitting song, being a tube station, these leading lines, these handrails. So there's one lady in the background and just these green handrails with a white surrounding. It's already on Threads. I'll post the same picture to Threads that goes on to Adobe Creative Cloud, Adobe's community, in Lightroom, and also onto Insta every evening at 6:30. It goes on to Threads first. Not that anybody really follows me on Threads, but it's just, I've got a photo there. Let's just share it. Yeah, anyway, right, that's it. I'm going to go back and write now. It's 1:30 in the afternoon. I reckon it'll take me about an hour and a half to write the story about it'll be around that Neo video I did this week, because I think some nice things to say about that and some points to make on it. So, yeah, I was just reading the comments, and I just wanted to get on and say thank you. It means a lot, and if you're enjoying it, then it's all worth it. I know we are teeny, tiny. We are crumbs on the floor. I know that. 55 subs. I think we started at 3. So we've done 50 in a month. But I think YouTube are occasionally they are picking it up occasionally and throwing it out there now. So yeah, who knows? Who knows? But it's more because I think it's actually beneficial mentally to some degree for me. But also, I think you seem to enjoy it, and it's a little bit of light relief. It's got to be good, right? Right, I am going to stop now. I am going to stop. I don't want to get too philosophical and all that kind of junk. So, enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's a long Easter weekend. Enjoy that. I may record before Monday. Who knows? But if not, I'll definitely do something on Monday. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers. Enjoy yourselves. Bye.